What is a TV show from your childhood that you think only you remember? Ghostwriter. The World of David the Gnome. 3, 2, 1 Contact. Kids Incorporated. Scrolled through every comment to this point to verify my choice. Reboot. Not one person I ask knows anything about this show. I'm beginning to think it was all a fever dream. Sagwa. Mr. Wizard's World. I remember watching him at my grandparents' house, but my sister has no memory of it and thinks I am insane. Erie, Indiana. Zoobilee Zoo. Out of This World. Evie was a teen girl whose father was an alien and her mom was from Earth. She talked with him through a light in her bedroom. I loved that show so much as a kid. She could freeze time by pressing her fingertips together and unfreeze by putting her palms together. What was the closest you have ever been to death? Serious. Late teens heading to school by train. I was feeling like shit that morning and even puked halfway to the train but shrugged it off. As I was standing on the platform, waiting for the train, I was hoping it'd get better once I sat down on the train. A couple of minutes later when the train arrived, I waited until the train stopped and walked towards it. I blink and I'm suddenly on my back on the platform with a circle of people around me and a police officer asking me if I can tell her what weekday it is. Turns out, I had fainted walking towards the train and fell down on the track, behind the train. A passerby pulled me back up on the platform. Had I positioned myself near the tracks a few seconds earlier like I normally do, I would have fallen in front of the train. Instead, I got a mild concussion and a scar on my chin from the fall. People of Reddit, what ended your friendship with your best friend? He cheated on his wife with my girlfriend. Killed what I thought was 2 great relationships with one fuck. Actually it was a lot more than that, but I liked the way it sounded. Edit. Thanks all, it was a long time ago, 30 plus years, so plenty of time to get over it. For a very long time I held onto a lot of hatred towards the guy, but for some reason not my ex. I realized at some point that the hate was only harming me and not affecting him in any way, so that helped me let it go. I got tired of always being the one to put forth any effort. Fly across the world to meet up, attend family gatherings, reach out, be patient, make sacrifice. It was good times when we were together, so it was worth it for a while, but when she moved close and still never bothered to make an effort, I was over it. Wish her nothing but the best. He tried to get me fired from a job I hired him at as his boss. Who are some people who died telling us the truth? John O'Neill headed the investigation of the attack on the USS Cole. Warned FBI about Al-Qaeda and bin Laden. Was basically told to shut up. Left the FBI to head security at the World Trade Center because he knew there would be another attack there eventually after the first car bombing in the parking ramp. He died on 9/11. There was a shunned Japanese politician who had spent a lot of his town's budget on building a tsunami wall that was built higher than any tsunami ever recorded in the area. Almost all people in that town cursed him for wasting their money until his death. Then came the big 2011 triple disaster in Japan. No one from the town died thanks to the barrier which withheld the biggest tsunami to ever hit. Caruana Galizia, the journalist who broke the story about the Panama Papers. What's the most unprofessional thing a doctor has ever said to you? You're not depressed, you don't look sad. You must just be tired. Here, take these sleeping pills, but don't take them all at once. I took my mom to see a neurologist as her PCP suspected she had Parkinson's. After waiting almost an hour, the neuro came into the room, took a look, told us she had Parkinson's, then told us to watch some YouTube videos describing what Parkinson's was, then left the room. The whole encounter was under a minute. Edit. This seems to have struck a nerve, so I added some info. Yes, I'm in the US. Bad clinicians can be anywhere, so I don't think this apathy is due to location. He was also private practice. We found a much better neurologist who has been treating Mom. Yes, they still charged insurance. Mama's on Medicare, so it didn't become crippling debt. I did not report the doctor because I just didn't have the bandwidth.